for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
It's been no secret that MP's outstanding offense has wanted to put up big numbers against the league's top-rated defensive teams. And teams coming in to play him are well aware of that.
MP and this squad are proving why they're one of the best offenses in the NBA. They set a lofty goal for themselves, made themselves public enemy #1, and squashed the competition. Well, what else can you say? These guys are looking like a powerhouse.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Z. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Jaquez in at the small forward spot. Now, here's Stewart. His last outing, he had 8 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now, here's James. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Down low, here's Adebayo. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
Here's Walter, covered by Vassell. Walter can't get it to go. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Jaquez outside. Pass to Z. Chicago grabs the miss. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against the Timberwolves delivered in a big way. He scored 24 points and had a season high in boards. He was doing work on the glass. Really displaying incredible hustle during this run. Guys just can't keep up with him. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Jaquez, he's checked in for Miami. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Take a look at the Heat. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, there's the Bulls, just way behind.
And right now for Miami, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jaquez. So both teams making some changes. Checked in for Miami. Z comes in for Devin Vassell. Three from the inbound, and the basket by Stanley. Stanley's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Miami. Bulls trail by 8 on the floor for Miami. Z out there with Jackson. Then it's Jones. Then there's Pokusevski. And it's Stanley in at the 3 slot. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring line.
Here's Dixon after the Heat pick up 2. Over Jackson. And again, no good by Chicago.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the shot goes in.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Boston after the made shot from Z. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part because they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Z, good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
To the middle. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Sinks the three-pointer.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
James, the pass to Boston. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Vassell. Pass to Z. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Jones checked in for Jackson. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Bam Adebayo.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Z, the pass to Vassell. Here's Z. Misses from short range.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Pass to Walter. 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the line for him here.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Good on both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Vassell outside. Jones, the pass to Z. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And so it's Miami. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action in just a minute.
Well, right now for Chicago, they haven't looked intimidating thus far. The hunger to improve just isn't there.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Heat. Thanks for spending half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Z.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
James is out there with Walter. And it's Page in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
We haven't mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
Here's Z. He's got 16. Adebayo with a screen for Jaquez. He was all alone on that one. Jaquez has got the first bucket of the third here for the Heat.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And here's a look at some numbers for Z. The past month has been surreal. He's averaging 51 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
And a wide open look for James. And it's off from three-point range.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Kept alive. Vassell outside. Hits it from three-point range. Vassell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Here's James. Jaquez with the rebound. Jaquez has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Z's good. Z's got 18 points.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
David, you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game, it's beautiful. Missed inside. Miami leading by 16. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to
was-
yourself now. Come
Billy
on.
was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most
Bulls trail by 17. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. We've got Jakob Poeltl. Z out there with Jackson. And it's Fudge in at the power forward. And that one drops for him.
terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Champagne's gone 2 of 3 from the field. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Champagne, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Z, good. Z's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Champagne. That 3 off the mark.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Inside. Fudge's shot is good. Fudge has got his first points of the night.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Bulls trail by 17. Here's Champagne. Pass to Boston. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for Miami. It's Jones on the way. Here's Z. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Z's got 9 points here in the second half. For Chicago, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Walter, and he banks in the layup. Here's Z. Vassell outside. Heat moving the ball around. Z, good. Z's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Here's Avanti. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Here's Z. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Walter. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Miami.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Z.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Here's James. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Z, good.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's Avanti. They can't stop the run with that one. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Z. A three-pointer off the mark. Jaquez against James. Pass to Stewart. Here's Walter. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin.